Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha and today I'm going to be featuring another of the Forever Flawless eyeshadow palettes. Now these are releasing on the 6th of March. They are however available, so all 4 are now available at revolutionbeauty.com and 3 out of the 4, apart from Unconditional Love, are available from the superdrug.com site. But you can obviously be notified after inputting your email address once Unconditional Love is available. Also on the Superdrug site that I've noticed this morning, there's a 3 for 2 offer, and also you can pick up I think it's a 15% discount as well on the 3 that are available, but that is just for UK residents, I suppose. Anyone outside of the UK will obviously still need to purchase from revolutionbeauty.com, but all 4 are available, I hope. Things are obviously subject to change, as I noticed yesterday. Before I posted yesterday's video showcasing all 4, they were not available on the Revolution site, but once I filmed, they were available. So I did put a little bit of a notice there for you with links. So this is the palette that I wanted to share with you today, and out of the 4, this one intrigued me the most with the colours that it has. So first of all, let's just look at the packaging. Now these are a tin palette. I really like that. It's easy clean. You're not going to damage it, anything like that. Really, really love it. I also like the patination on all 4. I really love it. I love black and white and obviously grey, black, white and grey this is sort of, and I really, really love it. Not quite sure what it is, but I really, really enjoy this. Love it. You've got Revolution there in rose gold, and then on the back the usual sticker with the ingredients. This one is cruelty free and vegan, and I think that's about it. Yeah, so let's open up this palette and have a little look. So you do have a big mirror, and here are the shades. Now this is what I mean when I say that I was intrigued by these the most. The colours really, I don't know, they just intrigue me. I want to use this palette. I thought I would be drawn to Unconditional Love more, but this one, I don't know. It's got shades that are so different. I really like the combination of these two. I think I'm possibly going to use these today. I also really like this shade here, Warrior, and I also like this shade here. So I think I'm possibly going to be using those for today. What I'm going to do now is swatch some of the shades and then of course get into the look. I'm just going to roll my sleeve up. Right, let's go for 3 shimmers and 3 mattes. Definitely Warrior being one of them. It looks beautiful. So there's Warrior. They really swatch so smoothly without any effort. You know, you don't have to really dig into the palette. I really like that. So that's Warrior. Then I'm going to do Greatest, which is just stunning. Might have to use this one as well. I think I'm going to be spoilt for choice. Oh, beautiful. So that is Greatest, which is a teal shimmer. And then I'm going to swatch Mineral as well. Oh, absolutely beautiful. Really, really love that. Oh, I really love the combination of this one and this one here. I thought I was going to really like Warrior, but actually now I've swatched this one Greatest and this one Mineral, I think I might be using those, but I don't know. It's subject to change, isn't it? Oh, I really want to swatch Unmatched as well. I'm going to do 4 of each, I think. And there's Unmatched. Such beautiful shades, very unusual as well. Really, really like that. Okay, let's do a few mattes now. So I'm going to definitely do Fighter, which is that teal matte. So that's a Fighter. A little bit sheer sheerer than what I expected. Then Own. But obviously it just depends on how they apply on the eye. So that is Own. I really love that. What shall I go in with next? There's some neutrals as well. I'll go into Capital. There's Capital. Okay, and then I'm also going to do Maximum, which is a very deep dark navy. Okay, so there are the 4 shimmers, the 4 mattes. Okay, what I will say straight off, the shimmers swatched very, very smoothly, no effort needed whatsoever. The mattes in this one, a little bit more trickier. That one particularly sheer, that one didn't swatch particularly well. I do actually find that with those kind of shades, but you know, as always, it just depends on how it applies onto the actual eye. Now, what I'm going to do, what shall I do? I think I'm going to start off with, I really want to go in with Fighter and Own, I think, or Maximum as well. I want to do something different. I've gone for everything new today, so that, yeah, I'm going to go in with Own, I think. Let's have a look at that, how deep that is. Or shall I go in with Perfect first? That's what I'll do. I'm going in with a neutral first, just to give me a little bit of a base. The other colours that I'm going to use are very, very deep, and I can't go into a transition with a deep shade. So I'm going in with the shade Perfect. In fact, actually, it's exactly the same colour as my top. That will just give me the base that I need. If you're interested in my lip combination, I am wearing the Lipliner Chauffeur, of course, and then I am wearing the matte lip in the shade Darling, which is fast becoming a favourite. When I shared with you the video of that one, I thought, not keen, but actually it's beautiful. Absolutely love it. Okay, so that is the matte laid down, the first transitional shade. It just gives me a little bit of something to work with. Now I'm going to go in with Own, which is that burgundy shade that I swatched. Definitely kick up with it. Quite a bit of kick up actually with that one, but I'll use that on the next lid. Also quite a bit of fallout as well there. Pigmented. It is blending very, very well, but yeah, definitely a lot of kick up. Now I'm going to blend that one up. And I'm going to blend it over the shade that I laid down first. I'm not particularly bothered that, you know, I'm going over it. It is just that I wanted a starting block with a shade. I'm going to go in with my foundation brush, just sweep that away. That has just swept away. There's nothing on my face whatsoever, but definitely a lot of kick up with that shade. Blended out beautifully. Really, really love that actually. But I'm just going to show you how much kick up. I hope you can see that there. Quite a lot there, which is, you know, I'm used to kick up with the Revolution shades, but that did have quite a bit there actually, and that shade is called Own. So again, I'm going to pat it on and hopefully I won't get as much fallout. No fallout. Perhaps it was just that initial you know, digging into it. So taking that up. A little of that shade goes a long way. Now, I thought it didn't have any fallout, it was just a slight, again, just sweeps away. Yeah, a little of that shade really does go a long, long way. I'm just going to go back into Perfect with my first fluffy brush. That one is the, let me just mention the brush, 251 Iron Crease Contour Brush from Primark. I'm just going to take that underneath the eye as well, because it's a little bit darker. It's actually making my eyes look quite heavy on the top, so to balance that out, I just want to apply a little bit underneath. That's better. It blends out beautifully underneath. Stunning. And it works beautifully also with what I'm wearing today. But I'm not going for that kind of look. I really want to wear teal. See what that looks like. Now, when I look into my mirror, it looks smooth, but in the camera, I don't know, I'm not sure. I'll have to look back at it, but it doesn't look quite as smooth. Hopefully it will look better once we get the other colours on. I'm going to now go into Fighter, which is that shade, where is it? There. And I'm really going to mix it up and pop that here. Like I say, I want to do something different, and these colours really spoke to me. Now I'm just stamping it through the crease. Like that. And then I'm going into, again, Fighter. It doesn't have as much kick up as Own does. Again, just stamping that through like that. Now with Fighter, I'm going to get a little bit onto the tip of the brush, and I'm going to take that all the way along. Like that. And then I'm going to go into Maximum, which was, let me just get the swatch of that one. This one here. Just keep that on the outer third and into the crease there. And then what's left on the brush, I'm just going to pop that underneath like that, the first third. Like that. I'm just going to go back to my fluffy brush. I'm going to get a little bit of Own on there. just blending out the edges with that. Okay, now that's the mattes done, I think. Yep, that's the mattes completely done. Now I've got to choose a shimmer, so I'm going to go in with Greatest. That is stunning. Oh, I love that colour. Oh, that is absolutely beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to get, so basically I'll just go through the brushes because I know I'll get asked. So the first one is the 251 Eye Increase Contour Brush from a trio of brushes from Primark. The second was the Eye Contour Brush, £1 from Primark, my favourite brush of all time. This one comes with the quad of the first brush, and this is the 250 pencil and powder smudge brush. It's got a point, and it's the one that I use most of the time now to go onto the inner corner. I'm going to go into, I was going to go in with Mineral, which is that one there. I think I'm still going to do that. So Mineral, which is this one here. Very, very pigmented. Goes on really, really well with a brush. Gorgeous. Okay, so those, or that is the completed eye look using those shadows. Now I'm just going to finish off with, where is it? I know it should be in here because I had the liner, or perhaps I didn't pop it in here. I'm sure I did. Nope, didn't bring the eyeliner, so I'll have to forget that for today. For some reason I've brought in the concealer instead. Okay, it's been that kind of a day, but never mind. In the photos onto Instagram I will apply the liner. To be honest, I don't think it's going to make that much difference because the bottom lash line is so deep anyway. That's what happens when you're in a rush. And of course I'm using the Mascara Revolution. Yeah, I don't think it's going to make much of a difference actually. The lash line is so deep. I wanted to remember the lipstick. So this is the Revolution matte lipstick that I'm wearing in Darling. I think it works really, really well. I find it quite difficult, obviously, with eye looks that I'm not 100% sure on what I'm going to do. You know, what lipstick to go with. But actually, I think the lipstick works beautifully. Okay, so I'm obsessed with that eye look. Wow. Okay. This obviously is the finished eye look using the Forever Flawless palette Optimum. I wanted to do something different. I always get a lot of comments because I suppose my safety net is I really like nudes. I also really like those kind of blush tones, and that is my safety net. That's what I enjoy doing. If I'm searching for a palette, that's what I'm drawn to. But actually with this quad of palettes, I was drawn to, and I knew actually the one that I shared with you yesterday, Decadent, I knew that that would be really popular just because it's such a warm neutral palette. But actually this was the one out of the 4 that I was most excited about. It was the one that I thought, wow, those shades are completely different. And this is the one I looked at and I was drawn to these shades immediately, and that one. And that is what I've used today. So of course I went in with Perfect to start with, which is that shade here. It's a neutral. It just gives me a base because obviously going into colour is like, it's out of my comfort zone. I always like to apply a nude first of all, and then I know where I'm working from, if you know what I mean. Then I went into Own, that burgundy there, and then I went straight in with Fighter, and then I deepened it up with Maximum here. That looks like a really deep navy, but actually it's not that deep, and it is that one there. So those are the mattes. I think it works beautifully together. And then I went in with Greatest, which I think is one of my favourite shades from this palette. And then I went in with Mineral, which I am obsessed with. I mentioned this when I looked at this palette yesterday. It's like a green icy, oh, it's just beautiful. The shades in here, absolutely beautiful. They swatched perfectly. The shimmers I would say swatched better than the mattes, but on the eye there was no issues whatsoever with the mattes. I thought there was going to be an issue with Own, but once I blended it out, it was just such a deep colour to go in with, I suppose, near enough straight away. But it blended out beautifully, and then I used a little bit of Perfect just to take the edge off, and it worked magnificently. I would say that I am so thrilled with this palette. In fact, I'm so thrilled with it, I've already ordered a backup from Superdrug on the 15% discount and the 3 for 2 offer. I've already ordered a backup because I love the colours in here so much. There's not many palettes that I look at and I think, and when I get excited about the shades, and I'm already thinking about what looks I'm going to do with it, but this one, Optimum, gave me that excitement. When I first looked at it yesterday and shared it with you in that video, I looked at those shades and I thought, wow. I'm not altogether a big fan of colour. As I mentioned, my safety net is always nudes and warm neutrals and those rosy tones, rosy mauves, but I want to keep trying different things, and I'm so pleased that I have tested this now. Obviously Revolution sent these palettes to me, and I'm so grateful to them. I still actually haven't got over it because it's not that often that I get sent you know, a huge haul of makeup. It's not very often, and I'm always grateful to Revolution for you know, accepting me as you know, as someone that they want to share their makeup with. So I really do appreciate that. So thank you once again to Revolution, the Revolution team, for sending me the makeup. And I think this is such a beautiful palette. I really want to hear your thoughts about this. It is something different. It's something out of my comfort zone, but I'm obsessed with this eye look. I'll just leave you with a close-up of the eye look and the swatches. I'm obsessed. I can't stop staring at that inner corner highlight. Absolutely beautiful. And I've even missed off the eyeliner, but it's given me the smokiness. So yeah, love to hear your thoughts on the palette, my eye look. I can't stop looking at my eye look in the viewfinder because it just is so beautiful. And that lid shade, Greatest, wow, stunning, absolutely stunning, and the combination of colours, beautiful. I just can't get over it. I'll try not to keep looking in the viewfinder. So yeah, I love your thoughts on the palette. Are you going to be picking that one up? And have you already picked it up? And have you tried it and tested it? What are your thoughts? And of course, what do you think to the eye look? I'd really love your thoughts on that, as always. And of course, if you have just stumbled across my channel because you're searching for these palettes, I would love it if you subscribe to watch further videos. Of course, I've got the other 2 now to share with you, which are Unconditional Love, which is like a pink, Obviously do check out my Instagram where I've got mini videos of all of these palettes, and then this one which is Constellation. So I've got these two left. Which one would you like to see next, the brights or the romantic pinks? Love to hear your thoughts on that. But as always, until next time, which will be tomorrow, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.